How's it going? King of the Zeds here, and in this video I'm showing you how to turn Horde Night zombies on and off like a faucet so you can fight for as long as you want and then hit pause to regain stamina, reload, repair, or just take a time out. Now I tested this with a mid-game Horde and you'll see the result of that in just a minute. It's a day 77 Horde and I'm going to try and go melee only just to see if it's possible. But first, here's a quick overview of the base, including this one game-changing piece of the puzzle. So the base that I tested this idea with is nothing special. It's simply a raised platform to fight from, 15 blocks high in this case, with a gap of 3 blocks to another platform that has a ladder for the zombies to come up to. My fighting platform has a ladder on the back so I can get in, and with the bottom 2 blocks of ladder missing so the Zeds can't use it. And then I created this spiral staircase just as an extra, just in case any dogs turn up because they can't climb ladders and we don't want them just chewing on the foundations of our platforms. But really the specifics of this part don't actually matter that much, and you can adapt the concept in 100 different ways to suit your particular base or your playstyle, because here is where the magic happens. I've connected the 2 platforms with a 5x3 powered steel garage door that's rotated to be flat. And what this does, it acts as a drawbridge between the 2 platforms, but where this kicks ass over an actual drawbridge is that it's completely flat so the zombies don't get stuck on it and start damaging it that way. And it has an incredible 30,000 hit points. So the idea is simple, and it's this. To the side of my fighting position is a trigger plate connected to a generator and the garage door. When I'm not standing on the plate, the door is closed and zombies walk across it to path to our fighting position. But when I step to the side onto the trigger plate, the garage door opens, creating a chasm that drops anyone who's standing on the door, crashing to the ground 15 blocks below. Now, like I said, the gap between the 2 platforms should be 3 blocks. We're using a 5x3 garage door, and your 2 platforms will need to be that same width as the door, which in this case is 5 blocks. So when you're ready to place the door, you'll scroll through the advanced rotation options until the thing is horizontal, and you should be able to place it between the platforms like this. And then just connect it up to the power via the trigger plate, and you have a working zombie faucet that you can turn on and off at will on Horde Night. Now let's see how this idea handled a day 77 Horde, game stage 206, insane difficulty, max 64 zombies. Usually this kind of Horde will be massively overwhelming and incredibly difficult to hold down a position without guns, but I'll be using melee only with the stun baton, including the awesome repulsor mod, just to see if it's possible to cope with the sheer number of zombies that we're going to have. Of course, you can make it even easier on yourself by using your guns or a combination of guns and melee, whatever floats your boat, but melee only is the challenge I've set for myself this time. So let's have a look and see how we go. Now, aside from the fact that the stun baton kicks ass, we can see that this is actually quite manageable. You know, we're taking some hits and the base is taking a little damage, but the baton really is going to work. When we need a little breather to heal up or regain stamina, we just step to the side, trigger the garage door, and down go the zombies. We use the same tactic for repairing the fighting position when we notice that it's starting to take damage. And the rest of the Horde Night followed this same pattern even when demolishers turned up, because in close quarters I was actually able to do damage without hitting their G-spot, miraculously. And then at the end I did decide to get a gun out to clear up the last few zombies after the Horde was over, because they were just taking too long to individually loop around and I was getting a bit impatient. Now let's have a look at the base and the damage that was done. We can see there's a few blocks destroyed and there was a little bit of damage to others, but overall I would actually call this a resounding success, and if I'd used guns then it would have been over a lot faster and probably a lot less damage overall. But you know, this isn't too bad of an amount of damage to deal with and wouldn't take too long to repair and replace. And like I said, I tested this with a mid-game Horde just to set your expectations and give you time to acquire the crafting magazines required to build the garage door. You'll need 75 wiring 101 mags to be able to craft it, and that corresponds to the advanced engineering skill. But with that said, if you need an idea for a base that's going to keep you alive during earlier Horde nights, then I've got you covered in this next video.